Oh, right. Hey, hi, and everybody, this is Pika here, and I'm here to present to you Katawa Part 10 of Katawa Shoujo. Yes, I remember. God, technical difficulties are apparently fucking me over. First, I forget to set the resolution for Pokemon Platinum Friday, and then not on Friday, Saturday, and then the game noise is off. Then for some reason my thing wasn't recording the game audio for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which sucked because it was story filled and I messed up, and basically I had to download a ton of game music files, and even that wasn't enough because I used the wrong fucking video file and I didn't realize it until after I uploaded it. I'm like, shit. Alright, so everything should be ready. March 14th, though. I think for this week I'm going to be doing videos every day because I'm bored. I'm thinking in my head, can I start recording this? Alright. The school is a beehive of activity, but nobody pays me any heed. I saunter past classrooms filled with students frantically doing this and that, buzzing around like little worker bees. Is it Sunday? You wouldn't guess the school day is over. It's a bit quieter outside, but not by much. People zip by left and right, hurrying as quick as they can, busy and energetic. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Sorry about that. I feel the opposite. The midday sun seems to be draining all the spirit out of my body, making it feel limp all over. Warm, soft air flows inside my shirt, feeling like a cushion. I read that wrong. I yawn lazily, think about what I do. I'll drop off my books at the dorms first, and then something I haven't decided yet. Maybe Kenji's in his room. Oh my god. You would rather hang out with him than with girls? Oh my fucking god. On the way to dorms? Okay. I spot Emmy coming my way, running despite not having those weird running prosthetics on. I wave at her and she skids to a stop.
Yo-Hisao!
Spatters of white and green paint adorn her nose and chin respectively, but her smile is wide as it seems it always is. She leans closer to me, amplifying the feeling she is examining me.
What you doing?
Nothing really. I don't have anything to do for the festival and everyone else seems to be doing something important.
That's perfect! Then you can help me in!
God, I'm not used to this yet on a Monday. With the festival preparations, I'm not sure if I would be of much help.
That's fine, I'm not much help either!
Oh god, her voice just went down an octave. Emmy grabs my wrist and starts dragging me back inside the school quite forcefully. I thought I said ferociously. Even her walking speed is more like jogging, making me stumble over myself simply trying to keep up. She's a fast little girl! The stairs slow Emmy down a little. Maybe it's hard to climb with her legs, or maybe she's finally run out of breath. Well, she's got a lot of stamina too. So of course, I don't know what I'm saying. We go all the way back to the 3rd floor into the seniors' hallway, ending up where I left 5 minutes ago. I could just as well have stayed here waiting for Emmy had I known. So is Rin working on that mural still?
That's right! She needs all kinds of paints and brushes and stuff, so I went to get them from the art classroom!
And you need me to help with that.
Well, Rin told me you had already helped her, so I thought you wouldn't mind!
I see. So thanks to Emmy's flaky logic, here I am again, collecting stuff from the art classroom for other people. The room was empty apart from ourselves and the lonely specks of dust floating in the air. Emmy skips straight away to the back wall, digging out a tiny crumpled piece of paper from her pocket. While she tries to make sense of the scrawled handwriting, I take a closer look at the materials lying around here. Dozens of paint cans and bottles are arranged on the shelves in the most unorganized fashion. Isn't that how it usually is in the art classrooms? Nothing is organized? Some look like they've been left there for several decades, relics of previous art club generations. Next to the heavy stacks of neatly piled drawing paper are boxes full of different sized brushes and unsorted crayons. It smells of paint, turpentine, and fresh paper float in the stale air, mixing in my nostrils to form the unmistakable scent of art. Emmy studies her notes, comparing them to markings on the various paint cans, and passes them to me as she finds the correct matches. She stretches her neck to look on the topmost shelf, but it's not quite enough. Oh yeah, I also forgot, she's like 4'11". Poor thing. Her eye level stays below the shelf no matter what she does. Emmy gives up and just looks up to the shelf longingly, like a child at a toy store, huffing in annoyance. Oh damn, I feel horrible for short people because they can't do stuff. After a moment of building anger, she starts jumping up and down, apparently trying to speed read the labels during a fraction of a second she can see them and catch what she can. It's no surprise that she feels miserable and almost manages to bring the entire shelf crashing down. Now I see why me lending a hand here would be useful. I'm like, I don't understand. I guess the reason why I'm all laughing is because I don't understand short people problems. I'm like 5'6", which I don't like very much of me. Come on, let me do that. You can't jump high enough, and I don't want you to hurt yourself trying. Also, I'm like twice your height. God, let's just rub it in her face, Hisao.
You are not!
She turns around, flaring scorn flushed cheeks and all. Yeah, just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, I'll look up there, okay? God. I know what I'm putting in the description. Making fun of Emmy's height. She glares at me one more time, but can't come up with a retort. With a grudging turns her back to me. So I begin scrounging around the top shelf of paint while below, Emmy crouches to scavenge what she can from the cupboards. I shake my head a little after double checking to ensure she can't see me do so. Emmy having a complex about her height was a surprise. I wouldn't have joked about it otherwise. I'm not even gonna go there. I was gonna say something. It's like, yeah, nah, I don't think men would ever understand that shit unless they were short themselves. She seems easygoing, but I guess everyone has their weak spots. Only after we have almost all the items collected and spread out on a desk like a treasure hunter's spoils do I realize that it wasn't necessarily the height jab that got her riled up. She might not like to be told that she can't do something, like jump. But Emmy herself seems to have forgotten all about it already. Quick to anger, quick to forgive. She's that type of a person? Hey, just be lucky she's not the one to hold a grudge. At least she doesn't seem to have taken anything to heart, so as she chatters away happily while we picked up the rest of the items and then make our way back to Rin. I chivalrously carry the bulk of the materials as we make our way towards the dormitories, like a gentleman.
Rin is really stressed about getting her painting done. It's her own fault, though. She should have started earlier.
Is she going to make it?
No idea. It looks good to me, but with Rin, you never know what's going on.
Her voice, fucking hell. I can't do Emmy's, because it's like... I can't do Emmy's voice because it's like... Fucking Mission fucked it up.
I found her this morning lying in front of the dorm in fetal position. She hadn't slept all night. I can't believe that the night nurses hadn't found her. And now she's painting again like crazy.
Yeah, I've noticed that she comes off as kinda... unhinged, so to speak. Emmy giggles at that, as well as at my likely too obvious awkwardness.
I don't mind it. She's a little weird sometimes.
On that I can agree with her. Unlike me, Emmy seems to be cool with Rin's whatever it is that feels so off about her. Let's just call it her complexity. Still, they don't feel close like Mission and Shizune do. With them working as a single entity sometimes, it's hard to say where one ends and the other begins. Even though they're so different, just like Emmy and Rin are. And Rin is the most different of them all, different from anyone else I've met. Yeah, I guess she's a very unique person. I return to that word again as if it encompasses Rin's personality by itself, but really it's just a substitute for a lengthy description of her oddities. Emmy giggles at the grass about for a properly descriptive word. I always like to do the giggles, I don't know why.
She's just weird. You know, earlier she just spent half an hour sitting on her box. And and stare at her toes.
She goes again in a way that makes me think she doesn't know what's funny about it. It just is.
All that time!
The working area is a mess, but the mural itself has taken over even more of the wall since I last saw it. The disfigured human figures have been mostly colored in tones of red, pink, and orange. Weird, imaginary things populating the spaces between. It looks nice. I can't think of any word that would describe the word concisely and comprehensively, so I settle myself on a nondescriptive nice. But honestly, it seems that the area around the wall becomes untidier at the same rate that the mural progresses. The ground is littered with dozens of paint cans, various art supplies, and empty soda bottles. Rin herself is in the center of this chaos, standing there looking very cozy as if she was a natural part of the scene. Her pant legs have been rolled up to her knees, exposing her thin legs, which sport a drawing spectrum of war paintings, similar to those on Emmy's face. Emmy sprints to Rin ahead of me and gleefully jumps in front of her.
I'm back!
That was fast. Did you run in the corridors again?
Sal helped me!
Emmy points victoriously at me. Rin turns around, following Emmy's finger with her eyes, looking at my general direction. She nods absent-mindedly at me. She looks like she hasn't slept since last night. A vacant glazed stare that's focused slightly off me, and movements like in a slow-motion movie. Yeah. Hello, Sal. Thank you for your help. For the help. Don't mention it. I just did. Never mind. Looks like you've made progress. Looking good as far as I can tell. But now you get more bad luck. I know, but I'm willing to take the risk. That's a very nice thing to say. For me, of course, not for you. This is why artists are always unlucky. They have to constantly look at their unfinished paintings. So artists can't find romance, their favorite TV shows are canceled, or they die young because of an unspecified disease. It's a deep and mysterious law of the universe. Unless they are blind. She considers this for a while, looking like she's going to fall asleep. There's a boy. At the art club, you see. Blind boy, so he doesn't see. You already told me. I glance sideways at Emmy, and she glances back in a way that tells she has heard this one before, too. Neither of us says anything to Rin, though, so she continues her monotone soliloquy like an unfunny stand-up comedian. He should become an artist. No bad luck guaranteed. Don't you think that would be a good idea? That only blind people should become artists? No, not as such. Okay. You might have a point. Abandoning this train of thought, she turns again to consider her work and starts humming a tune that I think I recognize but can't remember the name of. Emmy arranges the supplies we brought and moves a few paint cans around, trying to bring some organization to the scene. Emmy, I need the Prussian blue paint.
Which one's Prussian blue?
She's staring helplessly at 7 or 8 cans, each with a different tone of blue. It's the one with Prussian blue paint in it.
Jeez, Rin, you're not helping at all!
Emmy, give me the Prussian blue paint.
Which one is the Prussian blue paint?
It's the one with Prussian blue in it.
Again, which one is the Prussian blue paint?
I look around as well, even though I don't know what Prussian blue looks like either. I wonder what blue has to do with Prussia. God damn it, Sal. Or what Prussia even is. Prussia's like... Oh god, I was gonna say it's related to Russia, and I'm like, no, that's so stupid. I do know it's a character off of Italia, but I don't watch Italia, so I can't really say much. But Prussia was like a country that used to exist, but now it doesn't. That's it. The name sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't place it. It's in history class! While none of the blues look more Prussian than the others, the small print on the labels is legible enough to determine that none say anything about the consonants being Prussian. There is no Prussian blue here. Emmy heaves a sigh.
I guess I have to go back and get some. I promised to help with our class project though, so I'll be back a bit later. Can you manage without it for a few hours?
Rin nods, and so Emmy leaves. I stay because I like watching Rin paint, and because I have nothing better to do. I sit on a box and pick up today's book from my bag. It's a story about 3 guys drinking beer for 2 weeks straight and doing little else. That does not sound like an interesting book. You're basically reading about 3 guys who are basically getting drunk for 2 weeks. Rin moves from the spot that was in need of the blue and starts slowly working on another. Her foot works with the brush steadily against the plastered wall. Layers of paint on top of layers of paint. The mural slowly gains more form. I turn the pages at a leisurely pace. In this chapter, they are drinking beer at the protagonist's friend's place. In the previous ones, it was the protagonist's own apartment. It's not a page-turner kind of book, a slice of someone's imaginary life that makes me wonder why it had to be written. Why indeed? The reason for doing something creative. It's something incomprehensible. Like why Rin does paintings. It feels like she and Emmy are the same, going squarely against their fates as if it's just out of spite. Rin even said something like that. Do something you can't just because you can. Is that what she meant? Is that her reason? It might be Emmy. She comes off as quite a headstrong person. Rin doesn't give off that kind of an air. Thinking about it, she doesn't give off any kind of air. Or maybe a different kind every time I talk with her. Why did she say what she said? Why does she or anyone at all paint or draw, sculpt or write? To be honest, that's a good question. I'm a writer too, so why the fuck do I write? Well, it kinda helps me, I guess. It's like it gives me something to do, and it kinda allows me to create something. And that's about the best I can say. I've never had much of a creative impulse, so I don't think I could really understand it. It makes me feel hollow inside. But what a grim thought. I can't really decide whether it's true or not either. Am I content being this way? I can't deny I'm feeling a little bit of envy as a Rin, but I can't really consider it a flaw of any kind. I'm myself and she is herself. Still, I do need to find something that could make me feel a little less lost about myself, instead of just drowning myself in these books as I did in the hospital. I can't help but feel disoriented. The new school, lifestyle, and people around me contribute heavily to this sensation. I'm trying my best to fit into existing social circles, and most of the people I've met have been really nice. It still feels like I'm an outsider though, like I don't belong. I shake the feeling off, realizing that I'm spacing out. I have neither turned a page of the book nor done anything for Rin. She is trying to pour some paint from a big can using only her feet, having not bothered to ask me. Or maybe she did and I didn't hear it. Either way, it looks very unstable. I quickly jump to help her, as it looks like she's about to spill the entire contents of the can all over the pavement. I take the can from her feet and pour some in the bowl. She doesn't say anything, and neither do I. I catch a glimpse of her eyes, looking silently at me from under her unkempt bangs. It's an unreadable expression. A perfect poker face mixed with a hint of something like a mild surprise. I wonder what she is thinking. Maybe she is wondering about what I'm thinking. Maybe nothing. A penny for your thoughts.
Do you have any pennies with you?
I don't think I do.
Then I don't think I will tell. I'm not thinking anything either, so you're in luck. Except now I just did.
She frowns, looking very unsatisfied.
It's hard not to think about anything, but it's important.
I'm about to ask why it's important when some old guy walks up to us, looking like he has some business with Ren.
Oh, fuck me! Good afternoon, how's it going?
I'm gonna give her I feel like I have a smoker voice with him.
I can make it.
Ren doesn't take her eyes off the wall and responds so naturally that I can only assume they know each other. I haven't seen the man before, so I naturally wonder who he might be. Maybe a teacher? His hair is faded to a silvery gray, so much so that it looks artificially dyed. I hope that's not the case.
He looks old as fuck, dude.
Small round glasses hang on the bridge of his nose, but it appears he's constantly looking over the lenses rather than through them. He's studying the mural intently over said glasses.
Good, good.
What bold composition you have here! He moves to inspect the mural closer, talking to himself about it in a way that makes it obvious he wants us to hear it too. Very good indeed. He sounds a little bit like Kenji, but less like that. I don't really know what to make of it, but Rin doesn't seem to care much. She's looking around her working space, the various bowls of different tones scattered all over. Isao. A little more of this. Give me a second. I pour a 50-50 mix of 2 paints into the bowl to create more of the same pale pink tone Rin was using to fill up the shape of a man's face. Rin watches me doing so, which makes me feel nervous somehow. Her face is so unassuming that it feels she's just waiting for me to do something wrong. The man turns to look at me as well, looking surprised as if he noticed my presence only just now. Maybe he did. Why, hello there! Who might you be? Ah, I'm a transfer student to class 3-3, Hisana Kai. Nice to meet you. Metal's class, eh? Well, I won't hold that against you. I literally thought that was his laugh. He laughs very loudly, obnoxiously loudly. A few small birds take flight from a nearby tree. I'm Shinichi Nomiya, the art teacher. So this is the art teacher. In retrospect, should have guessed that much. He even looks like one as far as first impressions go. How did you come to end up assessing my protege? I wish I knew. Oh, fuck me. Oh, shit, sorry, I am so fucking sorry. Now I gotta fucking... Fuck me, I'm like... Stupid shipping pictures. I said shipping. Not that. I'm interested in the art club, huh? Right? I guess I'm a little interested in the art club. I blurted out partially inadvertently. What do you mean? Nothing specific. I wonder if I could come by sometime, even if it's just to observe or something. I've been thinking that I should join some club or something, so... It's in no way a premeditated move, but a vague sense of determination has really been building inside of me for this past week. Oh, fucking Florida State. I want to do something. I want to belong somewhere. It might as well be the art club, my shortcomings notwithstanding. The teacher seems pleased. Oh, you want to join? Well, we always welcome new people, of course. Club meetings are normal enough. We study various aspects of the fine arts and try our hands at them as well. He sounds a little bit like Kenji. I can't help it. Or feet. He gives an embarrassed cough, but Rin doesn't seem to mind. I take a small amount of comfort from the fact that I'm not the only one with vocabulary difficulties in the school. Nomiya rebounds from his faux pas by theatrically checking the time from his huge gleaming pocket watch. That's not fair. You don't see that many people with pocket watches. And slaps his forehead even more theatrically. I really must take my leave now, but if you have questions, I'm sure Tezuka can clarify. Somehow mentioning clarifying Rin in the same sentence doesn't feel right. However, I don't say as much to the teacher since he seems to be in a hurry. Tezuka, I'm pleased to see that this little project is going so well. I just stopped by to remind you to not run off by yourself tomorrow. I'm inviting certain people to the festival for you, and I'm sure they'd like to meet you as well. I hope I'll see you on Monday then, Nakai. God, that actually hurt my throat a little. The teacher leaves, and we are left by ourselves again. Rin is still painting as if nothing notable happened. Since nothing in fact did, I am left wondering what on earth is wrong with me. Art and I haven't worked well together in the past, at least judging from the grades I used to have in middle school. Maybe a club will be different than an obligatory class. Who knows? I try to come up with something meaningful to ask about it, but to no avail. I'll just go to a club meeting and see how it goes. So he invited some people tomorrow just to check out your painting? He has a lot of art people friends. They like to talk about art. I think he wants me to talk about art with them. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't too thrilled about it. Rin shrugs non-committedly, but it still gives an impression of her general displeasure at the idea of having to discuss her painting, or any painting, with other people. I don't really like talking about art. It already is a way to talk without talking, so why bother talking about it? I can understand that. It's like being bored and talking about being bored because you are bored. I'm not following you. Have you ever talked about being bored? It's pointless and not very exciting. All you can really say about it is that I'm so bored. I once spent a week trying to think of something meaningful to say about boredness. It was the most boring week I've ever had. Well, that's pretty fitting, don't you think? Are you serious? My mom's yelling at my brother. Rin gives me a look, the laconic kind that looks like it doesn't mean anything, but it does. Anyway, I don't know. I guess I just rarely can come up with anything to say about art. I mean, like this one you're doing right now. I have no idea what to think about it except that it looks nice. What is this painting about? It's not about anything at all. That's what I like to say, so I did. But that was a small lie. I said it anyway because I would kind of like it to be true. Teacher wanted me to do this, but he didn't have any ideas. I tried to have some, but nothing happened. So now this is a painting without any ideas. But what are you painting then? No idea. Come to think of it, I think I'll call this No Idea. I'm having to. I swear, I like having fun with Rin sometimes. It's just, she can be. It's like she just. How do I say this? She's basically so random that you can never tell what she's gonna say. Now I start thinking again. This is bad. I'm so sorry. She shakes her. God damn it. She shakes her head vigorously for a while, trying to shake thinking out of her head. The amber red hair flies wildly around. This is why I had Emmy help me. She makes it easy not to think about anything. You know how she just talks about nothing for hours. It's like her head is made of bubblegum foam bath jelly. That's oddly specific. You were kind of the same, but not really. It's very helpful if you stay here. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. It's probably neither, with Rin being the overtly neutral person she is. So is there anything specific you'd like me to do to make you not think? Just be. So without knowing what I should do, I just sit on an empty box to watch her continue with the painting, idly leafing the pages of the beer-drinking book. Oh, come on, I need to fucking start ending this. But I don't know where to end. It's like awkward. Rin has a serene expression on her face, her dark green eyes hiding what she might think behind them. No, wait, she's supposedly not thinking anything, right? She quietly hums to a tune, interrupting every now and then with polite requests for more paint or another kind of brush. Her concentration is admirable, even though she seems to be sleep-deprived and under pressure to finish the job. Inch by inch, the painting gains more form, details being added on top of details, colors entwining with each other, filling the empty spaces, growing on top of each other. I find myself thinking about inspiration and motivation to create art again. Where does one get ideas? They don't come out of nowhere, and I don't think there are muses that magically inject some inspiration in your head. Ideas have an origin and a purpose. The more I think about it, the more convinced that Rin is lying about her mural, or at least twisting the truth. Maybe she doesn't even realize it herself. You can't do anything creative without having an idea of what you're going to create. That would go against the definition. Every stroke must be decided to be drawn. Even if it's made at random, then that too is a conscious decision. So her painting, even this one, must be based on having some deliberate goal or idea of what to paint. If Rin's idea is to have no idea, as she said, does that count as having an idea? A logical paradox? That seems to be Rin's modus operandi for most normal interactions, so it wouldn't surprise me if she hadn't even noticed this herself. Fucking shit, now my school's calling. I wonder if I should bring it up, but I'm not sure if I want to engage in an argument about logic with this girl. One of us would probably end up short-circuiting fairly quickly, so I discard the thought. Rin is squirming and shuffling restlessly. Even her usual blank visage breaks occasionally into pretty difficult-looking expressions, the kind that one just doesn't come up with right accidentally. Everything alright? Yes, no. My back started hurting again. This painting is too big, after all, and it's hard to paint in this position. Want to take a break? after I finish this part. Of course, she doesn't take a break, and I don't bring it up again because that would be completely and utterly pointless. Rin continues her work, and I stay with her. I like to watch her paint, and I'm going to be a member of the same club she's in now. Oh wait, oh my god, this part! When she declares the mural to be finished, it's already so dark that I have no idea how she can tell. There is no celebration, no general sense of a job well done, just tired and laconic, I'm done, and then we both go to sleep. Oh, thank fucking god, it's over. I'm like, I have to start ending this. Katawa Shoujo, Katawa Shoujo, Katawa Shoujo, Katawa Shoujo. That was fun. I always like doing that. Oh, did you hear that pop in my back? I am so sorry. Alright, so 120 out of 54. That didn't. I think that's been almost 40 minutes now. Alright, so that was part 10 of Katawa Shoujo. Finally, we're in the double digits, and speaking of that, we're almost finished with Act 1 because basically the good thing is that basically you know you're nearing the end of Act 1 when you're near when basically it's the day of the festival, which is good. Alright, so schedule for I'm gonna try to be uploading a little bit more frequently this week and next week because I have more time off of school and I shouldn't have as much crap to be doing, so yay! But still, I need to find a more I need to find a more boredom relieving task than this. It's not that I don't like making videos. It's just that I don't want to keep going to this every time I'm bored, because yeah. Alright, so that was part 10 of Katawa Shoujo. I hope you enjoyed it. The next part, which will be part 11, will probably be finishing out Act 1 and see which girl we're going to end up with, though I think it's pretty much obvious. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again for Pokemon Platinum, I think tomorrow. So, see ya!